Today, on Be Something Wonderful, quantum shift to your new life and new reality in 48 hours. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning. I'm going to talk about this client that we met 3 days ago, and she just reached out to say this: Tom, life-changing 3 days. She goes, I feel like yesterday's video was made for me. That was the video about how to heal and manifest anything, right? In 3 areas we talked about: health, love, and abundance. Well, these are 3 things that she feels fell on her lap over the past 3 days. We're going to talk about how she moved there and what we had talked about in our initial session. She says to me in this email, my cold's almost gone. I'm so glad I didn't cancel it. She had a really bad cold, sore throat, couldn't really talk that much in our session, but she didn't cancel. She goes, the new guy texted me. She had met a guy 3 weeks ago and had her number, but never heard from him until apparently now. And she received $600 towards a New Year trip. She had a New Year's Eve trip with her friends that she wanted to go on, but just didn't have the money, but was really struggling financially. Well, an aunt that always sends her $100 every year sent her $600 this year, right after a mom apparently talked to her just mentioned, sort of as a side note, that what her daughter was doing, and that her daughter wanted to go on this New Year's trip. And then she said, I'm totally source. I love the way she worded this. I'm totally source. I'm absolute source of my reality. Because what was going on before 3 days ago, right? Her viewpoint was, I see a lot of opposites of what I want, but not seeing my desires. Then she goes, but I do see others manifesting what I want. So she's seeing opposites in her life, seeing others manifesting what she wants. And all of this, our conversation started off with this: look, you're still seeing everything you want as outside of you. You're still trying to attract things and manifest things to you, as opposed to remembering that you are source of all this. Be source. And she goes, well, how do I do that? And we had a lot. We're going to go over what we talked about in detail here. But one of the things that we came to towards the end of the session is, look, take 48 hours, because I always use 48 hours as the challenge, right? Take 48 hours to give what you want away, right? Give compliments, give it away, because if you give it away, that shows that you're source. Now, I didn't tell her necessarily to give money away, but give compliments, give love. Right? Call people up, see how they're doing. Do someone a favor, help them out. Give it away. Show reality, show yourself, because you are reality, that you're source. Right? And that's what she did. She just saw everything as, you know what, I don't lack anything. I can give it away, because if I give it away, that implies I'm source and it's mine to give. Right? As Neville Goddard said, to desire a state is to have it. So it's not so much the actions, right? Action, she did take some actions, but it's the interaction of feeling that she can give love. She feels herself as source. She feels like she moved into this more giving state of being rather than seeking. Do you see it? So yes, she did do some things, but remember, doing doesn't create reality, and it's not necessary, but she moved into that idea that she's no longer seeking it, that she's source, right? That she can give love, she can give compliments, she can give joy, she can give laughter, right? She can give excitement to others, be around, right? She can show that. But her big move was moving from seeker to source. And I've talked about this in other videos on the channel as well. Look at everything unfolding in your experience of reality as a divine event. Another thing we talked about. Remember, your divinity. See it all as a divine event. The opposites, other people getting what they want, because it's all coming from within you. Those others are not out there. They're from within you. So you're seeing others. Be happy for them. Congratulate them. Love them. Send them congratulations from within. Send them love and excitement for that, because that's all coming from you. It's all a divine event, your experience of reality, including the opposites of what you want. Remember, that's all coming from within you. Remember, when an opposite shows itself, that's indicating that you are in that identity or reality of what you want, or you wouldn't be able to see the opposite. It would not exist, because you're now moving there. So when you move and level up, you're able to see more of reality, including opposites, right? Your experience is all that is, God, knowing itself experientially through you and as you. We've talked about that, but we hit that again with her. That means you're always looking at, participating in reality as reality. You're always looking at it and participating within it as it. You are that source. You are 3D reality. You are reality. You are all that is. You are God. In Him, we live and move and have our being. Because we're not separate from Him, from God, from the Father. Right? So, God is the creator, the created, and the process. So she was doing processes. I said, that's great, but know that you are the process. Move to the knowing that you're source, that it's not the process that brings you things or manifests things, that it's you as source, as the creator, as the created, as the process. So everything, every event, and every experience is divine. It's God's will and divine timing. That's a discussion that came up. She goes, well, maybe it's just God's will, or it's the timing. God has the timing in mind for me. No, your timing is God's timing. Your will is God's will, right? Do you see it? God allows you to create what you want. There's no other being deciding on the timing or the events that are taking place. It's all you. God's will for you is whatever you will. God's timing is your timing. You decide all that from within, right? Your consciousness or awareness of being, I am. I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. That's why Jesus said that. You, the Father, is source of first cause. But notice the wording here. No one comes to the Father. In other words, Jesus didn't say no one goes to the Father. He said no one comes to the Father. In other words, you're not separate from the Father. You're already there. Look at the verb. Use there. Right? It's not go, it's comes. It's not goes, it's comes. You're always with the Father. That's what Jesus meant. I am the way. I am the truth. I am awareness, my awareness of being. No one comes to the Father except through me. It's your I amness. It's your state of being. It's your awareness as source that is the way to the Father or everything you want. Right? That's clear here. So, remember, you are the source. I am. One energy, one emotion, one reality. Behind all these infinite forms, these changing experiences that you are experiencing as reality, of the people, events, and conditions, the thoughts and the feelings, all of it's God. All of it is I am. In the beginning, God. Before Abraham, I am. It's all you, all of those experiences. You as source, as first cause, experiencing yourself from infinite viewpoints and vantage points. Manifesting, hear this, is about knowing and becoming more aware of yourself as source. That's what it's about. It's not about looking out there and waiting for things to come to you, or waiting things to unfold. You're the unfolding. It's your knowing. It's you becoming more aware of who you are. Seeing and experiencing yourself from a different viewpoint, from a different vantage point, from a different perspective. That's what happened to her. She's now seeing herself, leveling up, seeing more of who she is. So of course, she must see more of what she desires or wants, because to desire a state is a habit. She is it. Right? That's why she saw that so clearly and quickly in 48 hours. Right? When you do, When you desire something, when you assume something and shift and occupy your new desired identity, or in other words, your experience of reality, the opposite appears, enabling you to know yourself from a new perspective. That's what the opposite's there for. That's why Abraham Hicks calls it contrast, right? It's the contrast of relativity, of duality. So you can experience yourself as all that is. So you can experience your desires. To know the opposites show you that you're in your new state. They're evidence of that you're no longer who you were, that you are a different perspective, a different identity, a different viewpoint of who you believe you were, right? Wow, right? Enabling you to know yourself from a new perspective. The opposites are what makes your dream and ideal reality possible. Without opposites, you wouldn't know. All that is experiencing yourself. All that is opposites makes it all possible. Wow. That's why Neil Donald Walsh, in his book Conversations with God, Book 3, in the absence of that which you are not, that which you are is not. You've got to see that which you're not so you know who you are. In the absence of that which you are not, that which you are is not. It can't exist without that opposite. Revel in that opposite. They're all coming from within you. It really touches on yesterday's video. That's why she felt that was just made for her, right? It's evidence of who you are now. It's evidence of who you no longer are, and an experience of reality that you no longer prefer. That's what the opposites show you, right? They show you the evidence of who you no longer are, not evidence of who you are, but who you are no longer. And it's an experience of reality that you no longer choose, you no longer prefer. It's powerful. Opposites are powerful because there are none. Right? There are no opposites in that greater reality. But to experience the world of relativity, to experience the world of duality, we call them forth as we call forth our desires. Be the source of everything you want and desire instead of the seeker or manifester of it. Right? I'm manifesting reality. I'm creating reality. Be reality. Right? You're not on a journey. It's not delusional. Both these statements came up in her session 3 days ago. It's none of that. It's not I want money, I want love, I want health, I desire money, I desire health. It's I am money, I am love, I am health. That's why yesterday's video resonated with her so much. I am the truth. I'm not seeking the truth. I'm not on a journey to seek the truth of who I am. I am the truth. I am source and there is no other. Right? A Course in Miracles says this, you will look upon that which you feel within. That's the law of seeing, as A Course in Miracles talks about. That's powerful. I'll look upon what I feel within. But what do we mean by feel? We're not talking about the changing 3D feelings that are based on our changing thoughts and assumptions. We're talking about you as source energy. That the only energy there is, the only emotion is source energy in motion. We're talking about that feeling, that beingness. The only feeling, the only emotion there is source energy. Source feels and knows. You will look upon, in other words, you'll perceive and experience as reality that which you assume and believe. In other words, that which you feel and know. To assume and believe is to feel and know. To be true. It's your conviction of being. You will look upon, perceive and experience that which you assume and believe, that you feel and know to be true. That's your conviction of being. The 3D world and all its happenings, all that motion, is a reflection of what's happening in your mind, within you. It's a projection, a reflection from within your mind. But your mind's not isolated and alone and separate. Your mind is one with the divine mind, or God, or source. It's one with source, so it is source. Your mind is the creative center of all power, all knowing, all that is. Be the source and not the seeker. I talked about this probably about 1 or 2 years ago in a video, if I remember right? But how do I do it? How do I know? How do I feel it? all of it, right? How do I feel and know? How do I do it? To desire a state is to have it. Stop desiring, stop wanting, stop manifesting, stop seeking what you already have and who you already are. Do you see it? Instead, give it away. Instead of seeking it, wanting it, desiring it, desire it and then move to it. Know that you have it. Give it away. Give away what you desire. Give away what you want. Give away what you seek from life and as your life experience. Right? You can only give away what you already have and who you already are. Because giving is receiving. It implies that you are source. That you are that inexhaustible source or energy and motion. You are life. And so as you give life, you receive more. Right? In other words, that which you are is source. Right? Who you already are. In other words, that of which you are source. Give away love. Give away time to people. Give away space and attention. Give away kind words. Give away compliments. Give away joy. Give away ideas. Give away excitement. Right? You are source of it all. It could be money and things, but it doesn't have to be. And it's not really even doing anything. It's moving to, when you're joyful within, you're giving it away. When you're feeling kind, when you're giving yourself time, space, and attention as source, you're giving it away. That's how she made this quantum shift to a new life and reality in 48 hours. Shockingly fast. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, our TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, and our membership channel. We'll have an announcement for our next live stream very soon to be broadcast exclusively on the membership channel and new content coming out on the membership channel. There's a link below if you want to check it out. If you've joined, thank you for being a part of it. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom in the studios here of Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Until next time, we'll see you soon.